This video has been prepared as a supplement to your owner's manual. During the presentation, we'll make several references to pages in the manual and ask that you stop the cassette and review specific information. For that reason, we urge you to have your owner's manual with you as you watch this video. Quite simply, you now have in your possession one of the most exciting and technologically advanced cars that Mercedes-Benz has ever created. Were you to visit our Bremen assembly plant, you'd discover that your SL was built by teams of specially selected and carefully trained craftsmen whose commitment to quality and attention to detail is their primary responsibility. Here you would see advanced robotics performing the major welding functions. But chances are, you'd even be more impressed by the amount of handwork that has gone into building your SL. After a while, you'd come to understand what these workers understand. This is no ordinary automobile, and for that reason, it deserves to be built as though each were a limited edition of automotive art. From start to finish, Mercedes-Benz has gone to great lengths to help ensure that you enjoy a satisfying and rewarding automotive experience. Which brings us to the purpose of this video. What you're about to see is a supplement to your owner's manual. We urge you to take the time to read the entire manual, as it's our conviction that the more you know about your SL, the greater your driving enjoyment and safety. Your SL comes with 4 different types of keys: a master key, a valet key, a flat key, and 2 master keys with infrared remote control. The master key fits all the locks in the car. You can lock or unlock both doors, the trunk and the filler flap from either door or the trunk. The valet key fits only the door locks and steering lock. It will not fit the trunk or the storage compartment lock on the dashboard. If you wish to lock the trunk but provide access to the rest of the car, for example when leaving your car in a parking lot, you can lock the trunk separately using the master key and leave the valet key for opening the doors and driving the car. The flat key fits all the locks, and we suggest that you carry it with you in a safe place so that it will always be handy. Keep in mind that if you have locked the trunk separately, both it and the filler flap will stay locked until specifically unlocked. If you are outside the automobile and wish to close the windows, all you need to do is turn the key in the door or trunk lock and hold. The windows will begin to close after approximately 1 second. To lock or unlock the SL with the infrared remote control, simply stand within 20 feet of the automobile and aim the transmitter at either the door locks or the trunk lock. If the windows happen to be down, you can close them by continuing to press the transmitter button. By the way, be sure that everyone, especially children, are clear of the windows during closing. Finally, anytime you lock the car, you automatically arm the anti-theft alarm system. Should anyone try to enter the car, open the hood, remove the radio, try to start the car, step on the brake, or open the storage compartment between the front seats, the alarm system will activate. On the inside of each door, you'll find the seat adjustment switches. With the door open, even when the key is not in the steering lock, you can use these switches to move your seat for easier entry. A more convenient way to adjust your seat is to program your personal seating position into the memory. Seated inside the car, turn the ignition key to position 1 or 2. By touching the switches on the door, You can move your seat backward or forward, up and down, and adjust both the angle of the backrest and the height of the headrest. Once you're comfortable, you can adjust the steering wheel forward or back, up or down by using this switch. Here on the console, you'll find the switch for adjusting your mirrors. To set the left side rear view mirror, simply rotate the switch to the left and move it back and forth or side to side. Next, turn the switch forward. This gives you control over the rear view mirror. By turning the switch to the right, you have control over the right side rear view mirror. Please keep in mind that objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Once you have your seat, steering wheel, and mirror set to your personal preference, you can program their positions into memory. To do that, simply press the memory button once and release it. Then, within 3 seconds, push position button number 1. 2 additional sets of positions may be stored into memory by using position buttons 2 and 3. Another comfort feature is the movable center armrest. By pressing the release button, you can slide it forward or back. For your convenience, you have seat heaters, which can be switched on with the key in the steering lock and turned to position 1 or 2. For normal heating operation, press the upper half of the switch. For rapid heating, press the lower half of the switch. After approximately 5 minutes in the rapid heating mode, the heater automatically switches to normal operation. To turn off the heater, press the upper half of the switch if one indicator lamp is on, or the bottom if 2 lamps are on. Now that you're comfortable and ready to drive, be sure to buckle your seat belts. For the best protection, the lap belt should be as low as possible on your hips and never across the abdomen. The shoulder belt has been designed to adjust according to the position of the headrest. By the way, never wear the shoulder belt under your arm, against your neck, or off your shoulder, as any of these incorrect positions will cause injury in a crash. Finally, be sure that the backrests of both your seats are locked in place. If either one is not locked, the seatbelt warning lamp will stay lit until the backrest is properly locked. For your additional safety, the seat belts are equipped with emergency tensioning retractors, which in case of a major frontal impact will instantly tighten to fit more snugly against the body, restricting forward movement as much as possible. In addition, you also have driver and passenger side airbags, which, as demonstrated here in super slow motion, will deploy in the event of a major frontal impact to help cushion the forward movement of the occupants. Finally, the knee bolsters, here, help protect the knees by cushioning the forward impact. Please keep in mind that the airbags, emergency tensioning retractors, and knee bolsters are only supplements to your seatbelts, and that the airbags and ETRs will deploy only in frontal impacts. At this point, we'd like to ask you to pause the cassette and take a moment to read the information in your owner's manual on pages 39 through 47. It will not only give you a greater appreciation of the safety features designed into your automobile, but will provide you with instruction on the correct method of securing infants and small children in the passenger seat. All the driving controls have been placed so that they fall easily within the driver's reach. The turn signals operate in the conventional manner. By pulling the stalk toward you, you will activate the high beam flasher, even if the headlights have not been turned on. This stalk also controls your windshield wipers. By pressing the stalk briefly, you will cause the blade to wipe the window once without washer water. By pressing it past the resistance point, you will activate the wiper, washer, and if the headlights are on, you'll also activate the headlight washers. For normal operation, twisting the stalk to position 1 gives you intermittent wiping for clearing light rain. Position 2 is for normal speed, and 3 for fast wiper speed. This stalk is for your cruise control, which will permit you to maintain any given speed above 25 miles per hour. For more information on its use, please consult pages 81 and 82 in your owner's manual. To turn on the parking headlights, turn this switch 1 position to the right. To turn on the headlights, the switch must be moved 2 positions to the right. To activate the front fog lamps, simply pull the switch toward you 1 stop. This will only operate if the parking or headlights are on. To activate the rear fog lamp, pull the switch out to the 2nd stop. Your new SL, as with all Mercedes-Benz automobiles, has standing lamps. When the vehicle is parked on the street, the right or left side standing lamps can be turned on to make your automobile more visible to passing cars and cyclists. To illuminate the right side standing lamps, turn the knob to the left 1 stop. To turn on the left side, turn the knob 2 stops to the left. Finally, your emergency safety flashers are located here on the console. One of the most important personal comfort features is the automatic climate control. The first step is to select the desired temperature with the temperature selector. By pushing this switch, you can display the selected temperature in either centigrade or Fahrenheit. For the normal operation of the system at the selected temperature, all you have to do is press Automatic. Depending on the temperature selected, the system will either heat or cool the interior compartment. To turn the system off, just press the O button. One word of advice: the temperature selector should be left at the desired temperature setting. The system will not heat or cool any quicker by setting a higher or lower temperature. At this point, we'd like to suggest that you pause your video cassette and turn to page 22 in your owner's manual. There you'll find a complete explanation of the various symbols and directions for operating the other automatic climate control features. Your Mercedes-Benz radio has been designed to give you a full range of listening options. To help acquaint you with its operation and programming, we've prepared a special audio cassette tape and instruction booklet, both of which should be in the packet of information delivered to you by your sales consultant. While we're on the subject of the radio, you'll find a convenient tape storage compartment at the base of your armrest. Simply depress any of the bins and immediately a cassette tape pops up ready for insertion. Below the cassette storage holder, you have your cigarette lighter and ashtray. This button releases your ashtray and can be removed for easy cleaning. On the console, you'll find the power window switches, the automatic antenna height adjustment, and the rear window defroster for the hardtop. By depressing this button, you can cause the roll bar to manually raise or lower. For more information, please refer to page 61. Behind each sun visor, you'll find a vanity mirror with lights. Over the mirror, you have lamps for both passenger and driver use. The instrument cluster has been designed to provide you with important driving information at a glance. On your left is the fuel gauge. When the yellow light comes on, you are running low on fuel. This is a fuel economy gauge, which shows fuel consumption during driving. Next, you have the coolant temperature gauge, the oil pressure gauge, speedometer, odometer, trip odometer, and tachometer. This indicator shows you the outside temperature. You can vary the intensity of the instrument lamps by turning this knob to the left or right. When you push it all the way in, you reset the trip odometer. To reset your electric clock, just pull on this knob slightly and rotate to move the hands. Below the instrument cluster, you have a series of warning lights designed to call your attention immediately to a problem. Please pause your cassette and take a moment to review these warning lights in your owner's manual. You'll find the explanation on page 13. Here are a couple of starting tips. If you have an automatic transmission, be sure the gear shift lever is in the P position and your foot is on the brake pedal. If the engine is cold, turn the key to start the engine, but do not depress the accelerator. If the engine is hot, turn the key but do not press the accelerator. If the engine has not fired after approximately 4 seconds, depress the accelerator and continue cranking until the engine is running. To release the parking brake, simply pull this handle. To re-engage, press down on the foot pedal. Finally, remember that before you can move the selector lever out of the P position, you must firmly depress the brake pedal. While most of us feel confident that we understand the selector lever positions, the 500 SL does have one gear that may not be familiar to you. It's labeled B. In this position, the engine's braking effect is utilized by shifting into first gear. Use this position when descending very steep or lengthy downgrades at speeds of 20 miles per hour or less. For more information on your transmission, take a moment to read the information in your owner's manual on pages 77 through 80. One of the many things that will delight you about your SL is the ease with which the soft top can be raised and lowered. Before we demonstrate, there are several precautions to keep in mind when raising or lowering the soft top. First, you'll need at least 6.5 feet of floor-to-ceiling clearance, and the car must be stopped. If the top is wet or frozen, let it dry or thaw before lowering it into the storage compartment. Third, the soft top should not be lowered or raised in temperatures below 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Finally, be sure to keep fingers and hands clear of the top while it's opening or closing. To lower the soft top, all you have to do is engage the parking brake for safety purposes, and then turn the key in the steering lock to position 2. Now, simply push back on the soft top switch and hold. As you can see, the side windows lower, the roll bar lowers, and the soft top folds neatly into the storage compartment. When the compartment cover closes and locks, the indicator lamp in the switch goes out to let you know that the lowering procedure has been completed. To raise the soft top, you simply slide the soft top switch forward and hold. Immediately, the side windows and roll bar will lower, assuming that they have been in the up position. The soft top emerges from the storage compartment, and then front and rear automatically lock into place. The indicator lamp in the switch will go out, indicating the procedure is complete. If you continue to hold the soft top switch, the windows will close. If your automobile is not on level ground, you may find that the soft top does not engage in the windshield header attachment points. If this should occur, release the soft top switch and simply reach into the grip here and pull down gently while guiding the pins into their respective locks. If as you start to drive you see the switch begin to flash and hear this sound, the top is not fully seated in the compartment. Stop the car and move the switch forward for a moment and then backward and hold until the indicator lamp stops blinking. This will give the top the opportunity to reseat itself in the storage compartment. While the removal or attachment of the hardtop has been made very simple, it does require two persons. To remove the top, engage the parking brake and open the windows. Open the driver's side door and disconnect the plug for the rear window defroster. Turn the key in the steering lock to position 2. The engine should not be running. Within 10 seconds of turning the key, slide the soft top switch backward and hold. The unlocking procedure begins after 2 seconds. For safety reasons, remove the key from the steering lock and, if necessary, turn the radio off to lower the antenna. Then, with one other person, lift the hardtop vertically from its attachment points and carefully walk it to the rear. Before attaching the hardtop, remove the key from the steering lock, set the parking brake, lower the roll bar if it happens to be up, open the windows, and turn the radio off if necessary to lower the antenna. From the rear of the vehicle, lift the hardtop carefully over the trunk and guide the rear pins into their rear attachment points. Then lower the roof onto the windshield header and guide the mounting pins into their holes. Next, turn the key in the steering lock to position 2. The indicator lamp in the soft top switch will light up. When all hands are clear of the top, slide the soft top switch forward and the hardtop should lock. Once the roof is locked in place, the indicator light will go out. Finally, open the driver's side door and reconnect the rear window defroster and secure the cover. Naturally, whenever you're dealing with the hard and soft tops, be extra careful to keep all fingers and hands clear of those points where the top meets the body. One final note. If for some reason your vehicle suffers a power malfunction, both these procedures can be performed manually. Please refer to pages 117 through 121 in your manual for specific instructions. Because your SL has a passenger side airbag, the conventional glove box has been eliminated. However, you do have ample storage in other areas. This compartment is ideal for valuables as it can be locked separately from the rest of the car. On the console, you have a compartment designed especially for smaller items like pencils or glasses. Under the armrest, you'll find a larger compartment which locks when the car is locked. Maps and other soft flat items will fit nicely in side door pockets. Finally, in the rear, you have 2 storage wells which are easily accessed. When you open the trunk, you'll note that a convenience light comes on. If you plan to leave the trunk lid open for an extended period of time, you can use a car key to turn the lamp off and prevent an unnecessary drain on the battery. When the trunk lid is closed, the switch will reset and turn on the lamp the next time the lid is opened. The full-size spare tire, jack, and toolkit are located under the floor panel, and the maintenance-free battery is secured beneath this cover panel. While we hope that you'll never have to change a flat tire, it might nevertheless prove helpful to view a correct demonstration of how to jack the SL. After turning off the engine, the first step is to set the parking brake, place the car in park or in first or reverse in vehicles with manual transmissions, and turn on your hazard lights. It's also a good idea to place wheel chocks or a sizable wood block or stone in front of and behind the wheel diagonally opposite the one to be changed. For your safety, be sure to stay far enough off the roadway to avoid other traffic. Next, remove the protective cover from the jack support tube opening. Then, Insert the jack arm fully into the tube hole up to the stop. Position the jack so that it is standing straight up and down in a vertical position, even if the vehicle is parked on an incline. For more information on changing a wheel, refer to page 101 in your owner's manual. To release the hood, be sure that the engine is turned off and that the parking brake has been set. Then pull the hood release lever located on the lower left panel under the instrument panel. To open the hood, pull the handle inside the star. Once you feel the hood come to rest in its first position, you can let go. Obviously, the engine compartment in the 300 SL is going to have a different layout. Your owner's manual will show you where to find the oil dipstick, coolant level, and transmission fluid sticks. In both engines, you'll find the main fuse box located here. On the inside cover is a list of the fuses and their function. For your convenience, we've included a full range of spare fuses. An auxiliary fuse box is located here. A second auxiliary fuse box is located in the trunk. To close the hood, simply lower it to about 12 inches and let it drop. Do not push on the hood with your hands. The creators of your new SL have gone to great lengths to build quality, durability, and dependability into your automobile. But even with all their efforts and quality checks, it's up to you to be sure that your automobile receives proper care and maintenance. Here are some important tips to keep in mind. First, always use premium unleaded fuel. Please see pages 136 and 137 for more information on fuel, oil, and coolants. Check the air pressure in your tires from time to time. You'll find the correct pressure on a chart affixed to the inside of your fuel filler cap. Remember, your tires play a major role in optimizing the handling and overall driving performance of your automobile. Finally, be sure to bring your automobile back to your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for the normal routine maintenance suggested in your owner's manual on page 20. A strict adherence to the schedule is one of the best ways to protect your investment. Of all the things you can learn about your new SL, none is more important than how to operate it safely. Your owner's manual has numerous safety tips which deserve your attention, and for that reason, we urge you to take the time to read it thoroughly. What follows is a safety checklist of some of the more important precautions and safety practices. 1. Always drive with your seat belts properly fastened. The lap belt should be as low as possible on the hips and never over the abdomen. The shoulder strap should be over the shoulder and at a comfortable height. Check to make sure that the seat backrest is in the fully locked position. 2. Your SL is a 2-passenger vehicle. Never permit anyone to ride in the storage area or any other area that does not have seat belts. 3. Be sure that infants and small children are fastened into Department of Transportation approved infant-child restraints. Use these only in the right front seat. When securing the seat, be sure that the seat is in the full rear position. 4. Keep fingers and hands clear of the tops, the roll bar, and windows during automatic operation. 5. Whenever performing any activity on the outside of the car, be sure to turn off the engine and engage the parking brake before you or a passenger leaves the vehicle. 6. Always be sure that the warning lights on the instrument panel go out after starting the car. If if any should remain on, immediately consult your owner's manual on page 13 for instructions on what to do. Hopefully, you found this overview and supplement to your owner's manual of help in adding to your understanding and appreciation of your new car. You'll find all the items we've discussed in your owner's manual, along with more detail and information on subjects that we did not have time to cover. Of course, if you have questions, please call your sales consultant. He or she will be most happy to answer any questions you might have. Finally, please know that Mercedes-Benz of North America is proud to count you among a very exclusive group of customers. We look forward to being of continued service and support.